Hey everyone, this is Quest Warlock. There was some evidence people were thinking that with the Cursed Catacomb nerf, this deck would be better because you could just use it on anything, not just minions now. Indeed it is. We played this list and I got better and better at it and ended up with a 71% win rate, going 15 and 6. So this is not a small sample size. To climb about 200 ranks from like 400 to about 150 on EU. Let's see where I am right now. Yeah, 159. Deck feels OP. What do? You use your biopetal bombs, you have your cursed catacombs, and you can always tutor out Solarium with Sketch Artist and use these 3 cards to get your quest down. You play quest, you continuously trade off minions and use board presence, and then you eventually get lots of corpuscles. You can easily get 2 or 3 corpuscles using Tide Pool. Another good play you can do, but it's a hard, you usually can't, most of the time it doesn't work, or most of the time it's not worth trying to draw for it. But once in a while you can get the quest reward in a Tide Pool pupil, and have 2 quest rewards for just absurd value. So just every turn you're getting rush, life steals, annoying taunts, and you just win with board presence and shipping burn face. So deck is really, really good, and I think it's the real deal. So I think in this new meta, this deck is going to be one of the top dogs. So anyways, basic mulligans. What am I keeping? I'm keeping the quest. Obviously, this is the best card to keep in the mulligan. This, and I think Cursed Catacombs. I have been keeping Sketch Artist. I'm not sure on that one. And I think Mass Production would probably be a generally good mulligan as well. I think this card might be pretty decent as well. So those are my general mulligans. Got some games for you guys. Enjoy. People who just like look at everything as a loss. It's hard to have a conversation, right? Because it's just like, what do you think is good? And everyone's like, we need to go back to like freaking classic. And it's like, classic ain't coming back, all right? Yeah, it's like with Joker. It's like, you've changed things. So yeah, so another thing is like I don't have a big problem with this meta except for the fact that it's old. Like I just feel like I deserve more new cards and I didn't get that. It's fun playing new cards and I can't play new cards because like I like new decks, I like new archetypes, I like new design choices. I think that's the biggest negative of this expansion. Not that there's anything fundamentally wrong with like the cards that are in play, it just they're the ones from last year. That's my general take. So if we just say, well, we need to the meta, like the cards of the meta aren't bad, they're just old, you know. That who's like a I really want to get the do I risk it? It's very unlikely this. I mean, so what's hard is like if you don't, as like a design team, and I don't know what's going on there, right? Have like a point of view of like what you consider to be a win. Because it's hard of like the whole community just constantly complaining. So if you don't have like, all right, we think we got it right this time. We know there's gonna be some haters, but we think we feel pretty good about our decision. Alright, this is good. We get the double tide pool. Very lucky. Got it.
There's always room for dessert. Useful things, eager to share.
Probably taking the tide.
I found a sea urchin.
I grow weary.
This thing, yeah. So it's also, I'm not sure what like. It's kind of also why it's hard to trust Reddit, Twitter, YouTube. On like I said, my buddy literally texting me. This is a sample size of one, right? Like this, my buddy isn't the whole. But my buddy literally texted me like, "I'm having a great time playing the game right now." You know?
I found a sea urchin.
I could totally, yeah, that's so true. Like you wanted the new cards and you're just getting crushed by people playing old decks with no new cards, yeah. So, so ooh, I have the silence here.
And smell the flowers. Spiky! Spiky!
Inside voices, please.
I like my play, what is what they did. Yeah. I mean, I think the community sentiment around power creep is changing because you've had just like does so many so many content creators just yelling power creep is ruining the game for years, right? So and I feel like this is they say okay we made no power creep, and then everybody's like no this sucks, and they're like we did what you told us to. And they're like, no, it's just like, well, it's actually even, it's, oh, I don't know. Rather get the here.
I'm not afraid of the dark.
Off tapping this there. Just nerf it all. I know, right? So it's I mean, I also think like this is reality when you're trying to make a point in a Twitter post. you can't have nuance, right? I can have nuance because I'm talking about this game for 5 hours straight. But if you're having a YouTube title or a Twitter post, you have to be very brief, right? You have to have a simple take of power creep bad, blah 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 blah. Do I have lethal? I have 11. I need one charger.
What was that?
Dude, the win rate is absurd right now. Oh, it's probably bait, right? Dude, these are the kind of questions. Blah, 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 blah.
Nice to meet you.
Hmm. When did they get rid of? Got rid of the Royal Library.
They'll begin adventuring in a tavern.
Wait, I haven't taken damage. Oh, double Hellstone would be so nice if it wasn't for the fact that it's not gonna work here, right? We can't play them. You can't play them at 0, unfortunately. Is this a bad matchup? Probably. But maybe not. Never know. Wait, what?
Nightmares never forgotten.
Why is Darkmound that corpsicle? Oh, nice.
A turn to get ready.
Wow, what a terrible turn. It's good for us.
Annihilation commences.
Annihilation, come blah blah blah.
Annihilation commencing.
I found a seer chest.
We are the voice of iron.
I bask in the twilight.
Wait, this is reborn with full enchantments? That's so bad. Oh, that's so bad, chat. Oh my god. I'm not doing these no whatever your fucking question is, dude. Alright, like this no bait. What are you talking about? Oh god, it's so bad. I can ship it. Maybe I should just ship a bunch of damage here. Wait, I effed up. I have lethal next turn. Why not play this? There's no second rift in the tide. Quest. I don't have enough stuff, temporary stuff.
We are the voice of iron.
Annihilation commencing. The merging is complete.
Chad, look at this win. We got through all these taunts by just shipping corpsicle damage. Look at that. I know, right? Impressive. Blah, 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 blah. People just say, zero mana 8/8s, how is that balanced? You know, like, it just, all right. There have been zero mana 8/8 decks that are trash. So they're actually imbalanced in that they suck. But so, but I mean, you know, if you don't have
I greet you.
it does remind me, like in the poker world, I used to play poker semi-professionally, and you would often have basically somebody at your table being like, oh. They might say something like, oh, basically something along the lines of like game rigged, right? And you just go along with it because they're just throwing money at you, right? And if they start making a scene, make a scene online, you can't really do anything. You make a scene at the casino, they escort you out, right? I don't know if you've seen any of the mafia movies. So it's what was I gonna say? Where yeah. So you just don't say anything. Someone says, oh, I never get aces, and you're like, oh dude, unlucky, bro. Show fetching enough, exactly. Hey, this was annoying. Oh, here we go. Very lucky.
I'm not afraid of the dark.
Chill out. Oh, a showstopper.
Juicy casino stories. I more just have people have their own, like, people will play at the poker table with this idea of being moral and honest, and I think poker is about deception and being a terrible person. So I had I one of my favorite hands. So there was this sometimes, like, the old guys will be nice, they'll tell you to lay it down, and they'll which I think is stupid, but a lot of these old guys at the casino, and they're really just killing time. And so this old guy had told earlier at the table, he told this girl, he bets on the river, and he says lay it down, and the girl there lays it down. She's like, I think you got it, and he shows the nuts, right? So an hour later, there's this, like, young kid, right, and he's in a hand with her, and he, like, bets it all on the river, like, and he says, like, lay it down, and she says okay, and she folds, and this young kid shows the bluff, and she gets so mad, and it's like welcome to the game, you know. And she's like, oh, that's cheap, you shouldn't do that, and I'm like, no, he showed a bluff, and I love that stuff. Like, I love, it's poker, right? It's about deception, you know. Get over it. Like, that's the no hands point of view, but that's not how the rest of some people see it. So but it's yeah, so if you But so people have, but I don't know, if I used to play Super Smash Brothers with my friends, and they would say, "Oh, that's a cheap tactic." Like when we didn't really have that, like we didn't have rules, and I kind of have the attitude of like, whatever's in the game, is part of the game, you know. I hate like, and I know that's what everyone does, but we agreed in this game, in some capacity. I hate when people are like, "Oh, that's a bad tactic," where my tactic is the good tactic. So I just find it very annoying. I get charged? No, I did not get charged. Son of a gun. Still could high roll second corpsicle for lethal here. No, don't got it. Son of a gun. Is abusive sergeant lethal? No, right? 7.
I found a seer chest.
Big curse catacombs here. Ship it face. Good there.
A showstopper.
I remember this place well.
Laser camping? I don't know. I think I would just like spam the same moves over and over again. Right? You'd figure out something that works and you'd abuse it. Like, welcome to, I don't know. Welcome to gaming. Even it like reminds me of steer basic player strategy. Yeah. Also, some of this stuff reminds me of we're watching Good, Bad, and the Ugly, where the guy's getting his revenge, and he like shows up to Tuco, and Tuco's in the bath, and he's like talking about how he basically his revenge, and then Tuco just has a gun in the bathtub, but he can't see it because it's a bubble bath, and he just shoots him. Oh, I love that stuff.
Abandoned ship.
Exactly, envision, yeah. So I don't know. That's can't say how you really feel about OTK players on stream. Chat, like, I don't know what you're talking about. Tons of my best friends are OTK players. Like, yeah, dude, that's what I've also said. Like, when the Kibler stuff is going on, I'm like, dude, we're living in different worlds. It's been so anti-OTK lately. It's another reason why I still enjoy the game.
I'm not afraid of the dark. They'll find treasure in vast desert.
Holy crap, chat. This is what I'm talking about, baby.
What was that?
Look at that, chat. Witness skill.
Fill the skies with a cascade of sparkles.
Lande. Okay,
was that?
Trying to think of like I mean, every OTK deck in United Stormwind I hated. Trying to think of like the OTK decks I truly hated. I don't know what am I doing here.
I'm not afraid of the dark.
Raza Hero Priest. That was actually my first legend was with that. So my first legend was with an OTK deck, chat.
What was that?
I don't know if trading there was good, but it's all coming out now. But this is how I was still a good person. I actually enjoyed playing the dragon version that was more tempo based, better, and I did better with it than the hyper cycle one. So even though I was playing an OTK deck, it's because I didn't know better. And once I found the less OTK version, I switched because deep down I was one of the good guys. All right. Kind of wish I had done. I don't know.
Nice to meet you.
What was that?
I should have just double froze there. Oh no, I need that.
Lush wilds and clear skies. This could be our home.
Most recent no, Adrius. It was a tempo deck with burst, all right, but it only does like 29 damage, not an OTK, all right. Yeah. Oh, that's bad.
What was that?
Yeah, I don't know. I think that like the feeling I don't know, the feeling I hate when I'm up against OTK decks is like that. Oh, so I actually really hated. There was a while, like this is like a year or 2 years ago, in the 3-mana guy, where I hated all these aggro decks that just became a burn deck in the late game. you think of like Dragon Druid, where it would like start off as for tempo and then just switch. And for a while, like every deck was this like aggro deck that just had a great card draw, and kind of every deck was the same in this way. You didn't have like the pure OTK deck or the pure control deck. Every deck was just a tempo aggro deck that transitioned into an OTK deck. I thought that was very boring.
Inside voices, please.
Nice to meet you.
Over a while, I think, yeah. I think part of the like reason there was a while like United Storm and Tile where removal was insanely good, and I like having clunky boards. Like I really like this kind of board state. Like I got taunts, things are awkward. Like there's minions on board. There was a while in Hearthstone where every turn was like so clean, where you'd always remove your opponent's board, and and then they'd remove your board. Everything was like a threat. Where I like when you can have dirty boards and you can have awkward board states and things get awkward. That's what I like, enjoy a lot of that style.
My people will regret their back.
Board tension, yeah, dude.
I found a sea urchin.
Muzzle their magic.
Because of the magic. Draws. I can just complete quests without even going. We just want to draw like Tide Pool now. Wouldn't really need it. We don't greedy.
Pleasure of fools.
Muzzle their magic.
Magic.
I'm not afraid of the dark.
Nice to meet you.
Job done.
This treasure ain't fit for
Don't kill my 1/2. Okay. Alright, look at this. Wait, oh, he's got charge? Son of a gun, shit. Double that.
What was that?
Now this is treasure.
This treasure ain't fit for a pirate.
Clumsy Steward in this quest, Warlock. So Sparky, here's the thing. I am playing new decks constantly, and deck building is exhausting. So what I do this thing using statistics, where I copy high win rate decks, and I play them. But other people have done that, right? So it's a huge time saver, though. By the way, highly recommend if you pull it off.
Now this is treasure.
Rick?
Relaxation for all, and all thanks to me.
Now this is treasure.
Like a few.
Crap. Yeah, this deck is broken. Alright. Should you sell all your possessions to craft that day one legendary? Well, with Hearthstone Deck Tracker, you don't need to guess. You can figure it out instantly. How do I play Hearthstone so well while at the same time constantly coming up with new analogies? Well, I wouldn't be able to do it without all the legwork and detail work that Hearthstone Deck Tracker keeps track for me. See, I could see related cards, I could see cards that the cards will generate, just making everything so much easier. Having a hard time finding a streamer playing your deck? Well, you could go find the VODs right on the HS Replay website and just scroll down. Oh, look, there's me. Download Hearthstone Deck Tracker and get legend today.